You know that moment when a company is just one step away from completely shaking up the industry again? That's exactly where Nikon is right now. Because the Nikon Z9 II is coming, and everything we've been hearing makes it sound like a monster of a camera. Welcome back to Tap Tech, the place where we talk about the biggest leaks, rumors, and confirmed details before anyone else. If you're a camera lover, or even just curious about how far mirrorless technology can go, you'll want to stick around till the end. Because if these reports are true, the Z9 II could be the most powerful camera Nikon has ever built. Let's dive in. So, here's what's going around. Nikon has been quietly working on the successor to the original Z9, the camera that already changed how professionals looked at mirrorless systems. The first Z9 proved Nikon could compete with Canon's R3 and Sony's A1. But this new Z9 II is shaping up to go even further, faster, sharper, and smarter. Leaked internal documents and early prototypes suggest Nikon's main focus this time is speed and efficiency. They're reportedly introducing dual EXPEED processors, which would instantly make the camera much more responsive. Think faster autofocus, faster burst speeds, and smoother video processing. It's like giving the Z9 a double brain, one that never slows down. Now, autofocus has always been a big deal. And from what insiders are saying, Nikon's new AF algorithm will blow the old one away. We're talking 120 focus calculations per second, with subject detection so intelligent it can track human eyes, animals, vehicles, even birds in motion with unbelievable accuracy. Basically, it's like AI on steroids. Imagine being able to shoot fast action or unpredictable wildlife and never miss focus. That's what Nikon is going for here. And here's the part that's going to get videographers excited. The Nikon Z9 II might support 8K video at 60 frames per second in RAW, straight out of the box. That's cinema-level performance. If that's true, it would instantly put Nikon back in the spotlight for filmmakers, content creators, and professionals who crave top-tier resolution. Plus, leaks mention 4K at 120 frames per second, which means buttery smooth slow motion. No external recorder needed. Just pure power in a compact body. But that's not all. Another interesting detail that's been making the rounds is improved heat management. The original Z9 was good, but long 8K sessions could warm things up. Now Nikon seems to have re-engineered the internal cooling design so creators can shoot extended video without overheating issues. That's going to make this camera a real workhorse for professionals shooting long interviews, events, or documentaries. Now let's talk design. From leaked images, it looks like the Z9 II will keep the same integrated grip as the original, giving it that classic DSLR-style shape. But insiders say it will be slightly lighter, which means better handling and less fatigue during long shoots. And yes, it'll still have full weather sealing, so you can take it out in rain, snow, or dust without worrying. Another big upgrade could be the viewfinder. Rumors point to a next-gen EVF with a higher refresh rate and improved brightness. We're talking near zero lag, crystal clarity, and a blackout-free experience even when shooting at 120 frames per second bursts. That's exactly what pros need when every fraction of a second counts. Now, the sensor is the big mystery. Most reports say it will still be a 45.7 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor, but one that's been tuned for better dynamic range and low-light performance. And considering Nikon's reputation for incredible color science, that's going to make this camera a dream for landscape and portrait shooters alike. The level of detail, color depth, and image quality this thing could produce will be nothing short of breathtaking. And yes, we've also heard about Nikon adding AI-assisted image processing. This means the Z9 II could automatically optimize things like white balance, exposure, and tone mapping based on the scene in real time. Basically, smarter output with less post-production work. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's talk about firmware-ready architecture, which would allow Nikon to drop huge feature updates over time, just like they did with the original Z9. That means your camera could keep getting better every few months. You buy it once, and it evolves with you. On the connective eye side, leaks suggest built-in Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.3 for ultra-fast wireless transfer. That's perfect for professionals sending files to editors on-site or uploading directly to the cloud. Plus, dual CF Express Type-B slots will keep the workflow smooth even with massive 8K files. And you can't forget battery life. Apparently, the Z9 II will feature a new optimized power system that squeezes more shots out of each charge and supports USB-C power delivery for fast recharging on the go. That's the kind of small improvement that makes a big difference for travel shooters and field professionals. Another thing worth mentioning, Nikon is reportedly improving the menu and button ergonomics. The grip has been slightly reshaped, the button feedback feels sharper, and the joystick control is said to be more precise. Even the rear LCD might get an upgrade, brighter, sharper, and easier to use under sunlight. Everything about this design feels like Nikon studied what photographers and filmmakers actually complained about and then quietly fixed it all. But here's what makes this launch so exciting: Nikon is no longer just reacting to Sony and Canon. They're setting the pace again. The original Z9 proved they could lead, and now the Z9 II looks ready to set a new benchmark. And that's something the industry really needs: real competition that pushes everyone forward. As for the release timeline, sources suggest Nikon could announce the Z9 II sometime in early 2025, possibly between February and April. That would make sense right before the spring shooting season and major tech events. Pricing is expected to stay close to the original Z9's launch range, somewhere around $5,500 to $6,000, depending on configuration. It's not cheap, but remember, this isn't a casual creator's camera. This is built for professionals who demand the best. If these leaks hold true, Nikon is about to deliver a monster, one that combines high-speed photography, world-class video, and unmatched reliability in a single package. And honestly, that's exactly what the company needed to stay in the game. You can just imagine what shooting with this would feel like. Instant focus lock. 8K raw footage with stunning detail. Lightning-fast bursts that capture every millisecond of a moving subject. And a solid, professional feel that screams confidence. It's the kind of gear that makes you want to go out and create something epic. And you know what? That's what we love to see. Because when companies like Nikon raise the bar, the whole industry benefits, from casual photographers to full-time filmmakers. Now the only question left is, will Nikon surprise us even more? Could we see a new autofocus technology, or maybe a hybrid global shutter system? No one knows for sure, but based on what we've seen so far, Nikon's definitely not playing it safe anymore. The Z9 II could be the start of a new era for them, one where they're back on top. And honestly, that's a story worth watching. So, what do you think? Would you pick up the Nikon Z9 II if these leaks turn out to be true? Or do you think Canon and Sony are still ahead? Drop your thoughts below. I'd love to hear what you think about Nikon's next move. And if you're new here, welcome to Tap Tech. We break down the biggest leaks in future tech so you don't have to scroll for hours. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next. Because trust me, the next few months are going to be wild, and we'll be right here covering every single reveal, leak, and rumor that shakes the camera world. Until next time, stay creative, stay curious, and keep your eyes on the lens, because the future of cameras is just getting started. This is Tap Tech, and I'll see you in the next one.